Today we dive into Master League with a team around Ursaluna. We're having Mewtwo with Dialga forming a powerful core and Ursaluna being the ultimate closer for this team. So Ursaluna is one of those Pokemon that are gonna be underestimated by the opponents because of tackle, but to be honest, with Thunder Punch and the high horsepower it gets coverage against most meta threats, and of course it can go pretty good neutrally against other threats, something like a Groudon, something like a Mewtwo. So with that in mind, now let's see what we got going on here, because this Garchomp is gonna be kinda troublesome for our team. Not only we cannot do a lot of damage with our Ursaluna up against it, but also Dialga will struggle. But of course with Mewtwo getting advantage of those CMPs, we can definitely bring them to no HP. So down goes the Garchomp. Let's see what they have at the back now, because we're most likely gonna see the meta grow. So here it is with a Shadow Ball for big damage on this Pokemon. They are also gonna press their own move, which is pretty neat, and now Dialga can definitely go in. At the back they have the Dragonite, which can definitely outspeed here to the superpower. Doesn't matter though, we can still survive and still reach to the Iron Head to finish them off. At this point I believe as soon as we reveal the Ursaluna they will back out, so yeah, this is gonna be the issue for them. So we're gonna take the first win to start off this video. Landorus now into the next one, and we're having a very solid matchup with our Mewtwo. What I like about this Pokemon is that it can go pretty rough against pretty much anything in the meta, and even against steel types you can have Focus Blast. If you do not have Focus Blast, later on you're gonna see how I will play this, but in general you can always bait for that move against steel types. So this trainer manages to get one Side Strike on the Dialga, which is pretty bad for me, but still I can go in with my Ursaluna, and if they do not go for that Draco Meteor, we can threat a shield with our high horsepower. They're gonna take it, down they go, impressive, and now the Thunder Punch to do some cheap damage on the Metagross, but they thought this was gonna be another big nuke from my Pokemon. This is not a nuke, but still a fluke for that shield to go down. Dialga now can definitely go in, and let's see if they are gonna expect my Draco Meteor. This is my only way to play around this, otherwise I have to rely on my Mewtwo. So Draco Meteor for the win here, able to finish off that Metagross, and of course with this amount of HP and the energy dry, Landorus they stand no chance at all. Garchomp once again, this time upon the lead, and Dragon Tails are gonna be kinda problematic for my Pokemon, and City Dragon Tail always makes me think that they have for sure something like a Sandum as their charge attack. So with that in mind, I'm just gonna get to the Side Strike, but poor timing to be honest here, because they pass through one whole Dragon Tail, and right after they can farm me down with ease. At this point I can go in with my Dialga, but to be honest, even though I have two shields, this Pokemon is pretty bad for me right now. Just gonna try to block the second Sandum, because it can be fatal for me, and right after we can completely farm down. However, they still have two healthy Pokemon at the back, but we are already there on the Draco Meteor. Big damage on the Groudon. What do you have at the back, trainer? Because this can always be taken, just a Fire Punch. We can survive. Mewtwo at the back, and with the shield up I feel very comfortable, but I'm not gonna use it yet because I know that we are extremely bulky. We can take the hits here, even a whole Side Strike for a Mewtwo. And of course high horsepower here is gonna connect for big damage on the Mewtwo, and Groudon will follow the same fates, falling down to those tackles. Into the next one, trainers, with the Dialga on the lead. So what did I tell you before about the steel types? You have to bait always for a potential Focus Blast, so charging up into 8 of those Psycho Cuts might just do the trick. However, this trainer here knows best, and they're just gonna let that first one go through, and right after I will bring them at a point that they will be kinda forced in using a shield, and if they are not, Shadow Ball can take care of the remaining HP. As it seems they want to stay in a little bit more in order to farm me down, and with Mewtwo without Focus Blast we took two shields out of the Dialga, even though the first one did not work that well. So we can take advantage of that once again, start charging up on energy, but of course we have to respect the damage from a potential Draco Meteor. With that in mind, at the back we have a Togekiss, and all I want to do is to charge up a little bit more of extra energy, then switch out to my Ursaluna after I get to my Iron Head, and with that in mind I believe that Ursaluna can definitely tank one move from Mewtwo with the Psy Strike, and of course high horsepower now is gonna connect for big damage on the Mewtwo. Not enough to knock out, but still gonna put it on a weird position that they cannot farm anymore. We can easily farm down here with our Dialga, and with that in mind we are only one Dragon Breath away from the next Iron Head, which is gonna be fatal for the Fairy type Pokemon. Pretty nice battle for our end, and now let's move forward into the next one with a Giratina, because Giratina is in general a bad lead for our Mewtwo, but what I like Mewtwo once again is that can go pretty neutral even against its counter, so I will just try to go ahead and predict that Ominous Wind. It was at the 6th Shadow Claw I believe, so no way to be a Shadow Ball or anything, and after we get hit by a move that will not knock us out, I can safely retreat to my Dialga. They managed to get now to the Zacian, but to be honest we have so much energy and double Iron Head is coming up. Are they gonna block twice? Yes they are. Pretty nice job Dialga. Let's see if Doctor Who here can be the game changer for us, because it goes down but it took 2 shields out of our opponent, and now with a debuff on their side I'm pretty sure that this Ice Strike will connect for big damage. They go in now with their own Mewtwo with Confusion as I saw, and then I will switch out to my Ursaluna. I was thinking that they will try to snipe me down with a move with that Giratina, that's why I threw immediately, but they absolutely outplayed me over there. Anyways, I still have though the Ursaluna, which can definitely reach to the high horsepower and finish off the opposing Mewtwo right on time. Look at that, pretty nice side steps from Ursaluna and unleashing the nuke move. So against Mamoswine here with our Mewtwo, we have to stay in. I'm not gonna go for the potential Focus Blast because I know that they're gonna throw every 6 of those Powder Snow, so I will try to go ahead and force that CMP most of the times. Able to get now to another Psy Strike to finish them off, they will take it, so my Mewtwo is kinda healthy and I feel very comfortable here, but as it seems at the back they have a Dragonite. Not gonna switch out yet because I want them to first dump their energy, and then with that shield I can easily farm down with my Dialga, and whatever there is at the back they are definitely gonna use their own shield up against my loaded Doctor Who. Doctor Who against the world, against the fairy types, the only dragon Pokemon that isn't afraid of fairy types, so yeah, gonna take that final shield, and now with Thunder Punch we can emerge victorious from that flying threat. That's why I love Ursaluna. Unlike Groudon, it has an answer to the flyers, and that can always work towards your advantage. It's also pretty bulky for Master League in comparison with other ground types, something like a Garchomp, something like an Excadrill, which is pretty glassy. So yeah, Ursaluna is one of the best Pokemon that you can use. Right here they cannot reach the superpowers, so we can easily farm down with those Dragon Breaths, and we're gonna take this amazing victory for our team. Into the final one, trainers, with a Dragonite up on the lead, and Psy Strikes here are gonna do a lot of solid work. So first one will take the shield out of play, and you know what, I'm just gonna go immediately for another one, but they were counting, so they're gonna catch on the Melmetal. Pretty nice job for my opponent, and Ursaluna now can go in with ease. I know that we can attack not one but 2 of those superpowers, but I have to respect the damage from the first one, because right after they're gonna be in a vulnerable position, so we can easily take advantage of that once again with our Ursaluna. Superpower here can be taken, as I will try to go and pressure for the Thunder Punch, but unfortunately they're gonna reach first to the move. Not gonna block anything because I have to rely on this battle for my Dialga to be the absolute sweeper for this team. So able to go for the shield here because I'm expecting the Originals to be honest, and even resist it, this move hits like a truck from Kyogre, and now we can reach to the Iron Head for big damage and absolutely lethal I believe at this point. They want to shield, which is kinda weird, but right now I can go in with my Mewtwo, get that energy out of the way. I was counting the moves, and now the Draco Meteor will seal the deal up against the opposing Dragon type Pokemon. So that is gonna be all for this video. Thank you for watching, trainers, and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go and subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. And with that said, one of these 2 videos might be just of interest to you, so feel free to click them. What are you waiting for?